Sorry, I just recently found out we don't do that anymore.
No, because we straight upload from the device.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Nerfcast. It's
Howdy.
Chris.
And Josh.
And Shawn.
The Holy Trinity is back together.
Oh
Funny,
my God,
because last
we're
time we
back
actually did
again.
do the do because I had to edit like 3 different clips in.
Oh, I'm just going to do
Also
it manually now.
Oh, boy.
You think we'd have a speaker?
I'm going to sit here with a keyboard.
Congratulations, everybody.
I'm going to be on the David Letterman show next.
I missed
Oh,
everybody.
you can be Joaquin Phoenix.
I missed you guys so much.
You talk about your hip-hop career.
With my horrible... Wait, never mind.
So...
Josh, what we got to talk about today?
Not much. I mean, last time we talked about all of the... I know. We're gonna let B.F.U talk about some of these new blasters.
We'll get his thoughts.
Yes, because they didn't...
If anyone hears random popping in the background, we have a big tree in my yard, and the squirrels are literally trying to kill us.
They are throwing...
They are just throwing stuff. Don't do that.
Oh,
There's a lot of them, dude. This is California. They don't kill squirrels here. Okay?
So, do they in other states?
Yes.
Like for sport?
Exterminators do things. This is not somewhere where they do that. I was about to offend an entire region of America. But anyways, we don't have those. We don't. All animals are protected.
Everyone is safe here.
So don't piss the skunks off. My dogs are punks.
Oh, God.
Yep. Every squirrel is sacred.
B.F.U, do you want to tell us what you liked about the new blasters?
There we go. Go right for the punchline, huh?
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a 15-minute podcast.
So,
I'm telling you guys right now.
I like the megas. I don't like the single one.
The big shot?
That's just silly.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
like the
just
giant
absolutely
jolt?
silly. Yeah, the giant jolt is silly. But the revolver's cool.
Berserker?
Is the revolver called a berserker?
No, there's a revolver called the Hellboy.
The revolver is super cool. I saw there were some pictures from Baidu, comparing size with everything. It's almost as big as a rough cut.
Not always about the size, from.
I noticed it's got the hand guard, so I can whap Shawn if need be.
Yeah, we need more pistol butting.
So here's the interesting thing. I like the way that the handguard looks, but I'm worried about every time they do a handguard, it's like mad tiny.
It'd be messed up a tiny handgun and a mega blaster. That would be rough. I would be so pissed.
Because I just think about the crossbow they did.
I'm not gonna lie. I think they missed out. I think it could have went with the thumb prime instead of a
Yeah, you got to start with the classics and work your way up.
Right, and then of course I want me some berserker.
Yes,
that looks pretty cool.
That thing looks.
Nice.
And immediately, of course, I looked at it and I wanted. So someone already get to work, man. 3D printing on the undergrip. Because it reminds me of a round drum shotgun.
Stormlabs, get on it.
That would be super.
That would be awesome.
That would be super duper.
And I like that weird blaster too.
The modulus?
No.
The crossbow?
No, that's also awesome.
Yes.
It looks like a thin raily.
Thin raily. A thin Israeli.
Are you talking about a Picatinny rail adapter?
No, damn it.
Does it actually fire darts? Is it a sword?
I hate you both.
Why?
Because you brought him into my life.
Yep. And we brought Nerf into your life.
Yep. And then now, we're checking and savings.
I'm just going to sit here and text too.
All right, we're not texting, damn it.
What are you looking up now?
I have a lot of important people.
The Sharpfire.
Oh.
I have high hopes for the Sharpfire because I can't figure out what the hell it is. So I'm like, this could be really neat. Because I'm like, what is this thing? That's like a really odd... It looks like I honestly hope the way it looks to me, it looks like a single missile launcher. Or like shoot some kind of grenade or something.
That would be pretty sweet.
Right? Doesn't it kind of look like...
some more grenade launchers.
Does it look like a nade launcher?
Could be.
Looks like I just don't think internally it's similar to the whatchamacallit, the sludge fire.
Yeah?
It looks like, well, I'm just looking at the back handle. I think
it's got that weird buttstock.
Yeah.
It's got a really weird buttstock.
I don't disagree with y'all.
The slingshot is dumb, but in a really awesome way.
Yeah.
Like, it's dumb, but it's like, all right, you had to go there. That's fine. And then I actually like the Raven with the crossbow attached to it.
I'm hoping that's what it is. I mean, I don't know.
It looks like that's what it is.
If it's that, but without any functionality for the crossbow part, I'm going to be a little disappointed. I don't know what you can really do with a crossbow, though. I mean, I know you can do great stuff with a crossbow. Let me put it that way. I don't really know how you can update that model, besides a pneumatic arm.
I'm assuming there's going to be at the basic pull. I mean, it'll be like the it looks like an automatic version. Whatever.
No, I'm just pointing at you two. It's
like an automatic version of the Rebel
blaster.
crossbow. It'll just be. I'm sure it'll be aesthetic. I like it. I think it looks neat. I don't know why they went back to the old Elite colors on it. That doesn't make a lick of sense.
Backstep.
I don't know anything that's going on.
That doesn't make a lick of sense. Like, we're just going to go.
The factory workers don't understand.
It's like it was supposed to come out
so
last year. They had some safety issues.
There's like all this conflicting info because people keep saying like, oh, the new Elite ranges are this. But then people are like, no, those are the new Elite XD ranges. They're still going to be Elite ranges. So there's going to be Elite and then Elite XD.
Oh, you're right. Disney XD.
Yes.
I was thinking of the hub. They should call it like the Elite Hub.
But probably the Cyclone. Well, the Berserker. Everyone knows. All right, I'm like everybody else. I want the Berserker.
Yeah.
If I got to pick one, I want that one.
It looks like it could be a Rampage done right.
Yeah, like 10 shots. It's like a Rampage and a Ravonix got together, had a baby.
I do like the Roto Slam.
It was a mega baby.
The Mega Baby.
Yes.
So
the Mega Roto Slam.
I'm looking forward to that heavily. And stuff's already showing up overseas, which means we'll see some of it for Christmas, probably.
That'd be my guess. Every
Josh
year,
will be
like,
busy this year.
What? What?
I don't know. Josh will be really busy this year looking for monsters.
Yeah, probably. What
Santa
came out overseas?
The Big Shot already out, Random Shadow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he
The
ordered
Gray Trigger
it.
version, but still.
He got them
And
somehow.
then pictures with the Cyclone already.
Yep.
So.
There are pictures of the Cyclone already?
Yeah.
I didn't even see those.
Really?
Yeah. I was watching Random Shadows
Because
videos.
he's
but
blind, guys. Haven't
So
seen anything.
that's where
everything
the
from
size.
a mile away.
I did the whole. I said the size comparison. You were like, yeah.
Yeah. Pictures.
Holy shit!
Not real pictures. I thought you were going off the size in the little chart.
No, there's an actual someone on Red. Go use your technology.
It's dying.
Technology's terrible.
Your technology.
My technology.
You hook him up.
Let me show you my.
Since you
thing
have
right
actual
now.
technology.
This is how fat it is. It's a Galaxy S3 because the charging port doesn't
It's
work
on the
on
S3?
anymore. Yeah.
You need to get out.
Someone used my upgrade, so I have to wait until December.
Oh, Josh, remember when you had those kind of problems?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Because mine has been paid for through my work, so I had always 0 upgrades.
that's true.
Your boss was probably getting upgrades. He should
Oh,
be
I'm sure he
seeing-
was for himself.
Yeah, in the
Yes.
Philippines.
Anyways, so there's a
do we
picture
got?
where someone lays out in real, not like cut and paste, like lays out on a mat. A lot of the current lineup, the 2 new rough cuts from Costco, and the Cyclone.
Yes.
So you can see the size of the Cyclone.
Jesus Christ.
It's big as expected, right?
That's what I love about the Mega line.
It's beefy, but it's a giant cylinder fed strong
There you
arm.
go.
I really hope. Thank you. Oh, wow, that's nice.
We just added 5 minutes to the podcast.
Wait, that's not the Ravonix, though. Or not the Ravonix, sorry. I thought we were talking about the Berserker, not
No,
the...
I said Cyclone.
You did
multiple
say
times.
Cyclone. Sorry, I forgot what the Cyclone was.
Yeah.
I am on a podcast about Nerf.
But if the Cyclone's that big, the Berserker's probably going to be really large.
That would be my...
I'm going to guess a little bigger than a
The
Rampage.
thing is, the way they did this was kind of poor. I think if you face the Mavericks the same direction, like profile-wise, it looks like it'd be the same. Obviously, it's going to be fatter, but length and height, I think it's going to be pretty close. I think it's just going to be a much fatter blaster to accommodate the wider barrel for the darts.
No, that's a little big.
a little long.
2 inches bigger than the Maverick.
Oh, it's a little bit longer, but
2
I don't
inches is
think
a lot.
I don't think it's 2 inches. I think it's like an inch.
Inches still a lot.
It
Especially
just
on
makes
the
a big
Nerf.
difference.
That's how this guy's getting by.
Yep. All the gifts.
So, anyways, so it'll be Christmas hunting,
Woohoo!
and
Hopefully.
then the cool thing is, if they come out during the off season, that means maybe there'll be some mods done by the time the next year starts.
So here's
I
the
would
other
hope for
thing that we didn't talk about last time. Because we talked about this leak, which everyone's like, oh, the 2015 blasters have been spoiled for us. But
Blur.
that's only the Mega line. Presumably all of the Mega line. We don't know if there's more coming out.
Yep.
The Elite line, or Elite XD line, we also don't know which is what.
Yep.
But there was nothing on there that was Zombie Strike or Rebel.
Nope.
So, you know.
I wonder if Zombie Strike's going to be regulated to repaints.
But they haven't been in the past
Yeah, there've
I
been a
know.
lot of original designs.
on both of those.
They have been, but then this year we got a lot of repaints too.
Yes.
So I wonder if they're going to phase it into a repaint line.
They could be.
I mean, they could. I would hope not, but it's possible.
Imagine Elite
Um,
XD Hammer Shot.
almost nothing in the Rebel line is strict repaint.
Yeah,
they're mostly reshells.
Rebel is all, at least new externals.
Right. Didn't something? No, the Slingfire.
We had a
came out
couple
this year.
things come out.
Yeah,
but it wasn't like last year. It was. I don't think there were any repaints last year for Zombie Strike, right?
Let's see what came out last year.
It was all new hotness.
It was the Sledgefire,
and
the Hammer Shot.
And I feel like we're missing something.
Sledgefire. I said that. I'm trying to go through it in my head again. Sledgefire. There's one more in there. Oh, was the crossbow last year?
The crossbow was last year.
Yeah, Zombie Strike crossbow.
Yeah, so we had 3 originals, no repaints. This year we still got.
Oh no, we also got the
the Side Strike.
Side Strike, yeah.
Which is now being repainted to Elite.
Yep. Which I actually really like the double pack.
I do.
They look really good with white and blue and white and orange.
I just wish they weren't single shots, but I love that blaster.
But you don't get the, as far as I know, you don't get the holsters with them, which kind of sucks.
Wait, if you don't want to be single shot, would you want to have a magazine with it, or
no? I think here's the problem. Okay.
You have to load and then fire and then load and then fire.
Yeah. I hate the priming mech for I hate the priming mech for the strong arm. Because I like this better.
I was going to say you can go with the Retaliator.
I like the style of the blaster. I just wish there was a way to do like an internal foreclip or something like that.
Yeah, like they used to do on the old Dart Tag and Vortex lines and stuff, or like the Magnus.
Yeah.
I feel like internal clips aren't the worst thing. Just the Mega line was not the right venue to bring it back.
I just think the way it was done, I would rather see internal magazines kind of like the Vortex line, where there's an option to open it up at least. Like, I know the Vortex, it drops down on some of them and you just put discs in the side. It would be cool to be able to do that with darts. I didn't mind the way they did it in Dart Tag, which is very similar to the Magnus, where you just kind of put them in. But I always felt like if I did something wrong, it wouldn't pop up. Like, it would be cool to just have the side, like, pop open the way it did in the Vortex line.
Yeah, that
would be able to
handy.
address jams.
So, Dart Tag and Vortex, are they just pretty much dead at this point?
I think Vortex is done.
Vortex had some stuff come out in the Zombie Strike line, actually.
Yeah.
But I think as its own line...
I think Vortex is done.
I think
it's the stragglers.
Here's the thing, and here's what I think what happened with Vortex. I feel like Vortex came out to address some of the range and stability issues that Nerf had pre-Elite line. To kind of garner their more adult audience and people who are maybe in cubicles because they bounce off of things and that's cool. But I mean, still obviously appealing to the younger crowd that is their target demographic. And then it didn't sell well, so they transitioned into the Mega line. Because I feel like the Mega line was now kind of like, it's bigger for bigger kids and shoots further and straighter, stronger and longer. And, it's done debatably horrible and great at the same time.
Yeah,
it just sort of
I think these new ones, if they perform well, will be a huge, because ammo capacity has always been the issue, right?
Yeah,
right.
Nothing worse than the Centurion with only six
also
rounds.
Dart cost. Let's be honest, Dart cost is a little up there. I'm hoping with these new ones coming out, they start coming out with like a 60 or 75 pack of Mega Darts. It would be a huge package.
But the problem is, they think Dart cost is always going to be an issue because they're just more material.
I mean, yeah, I can understand them being more. It just seems like they're so much more expensive.
I think it's now we're getting darts.
Yeah, that's true.
We're getting stinky cheap now.
Well, think about it. The more they focus on making Mega, like if more people are adopting to the Mega line and more people are buying darts, then they're going to focus more energy.
I was going to say Mega Koosh would be awesome.
Mega Koosh would be amazing. But I think we've started seeing the costs go down just because they'd actually spend more time manufacturing Mega Darts, and as you make more stuff, the cost goes down.
Yeah. I don't think it'll ever get like Elite reasonable.
No, but
I mean, they could do a little bit better. But I think there's probably 2 or 3 Elite Darts worth of material.
Yeah, probably
in a Mega Dart. What's a Mega Dart? 10. They're like what, $6 for?
Yeah,
10?
I guess double price is kind of
double price actually makes sense.
Yeah, I mean you're right.
Look at the rubber head. There's probably at least 3 Elite tips worth of rubber in there.
Yeah, I mean there's definitely.
I would give you that,
but yeah,
I just think we've gotten super spoiled on Dart price.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I actually ordered the red knockoffs that you guys sent out on GroupMe.
Oh, cool. They
shipped.
Ooh, awesome.
And of course, more Koosh darts.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what the Mega line does. I mean, obviously, I don't think we're going to get any more clip-fed blasters anytime soon.
Nope. For Mega, you mean?
For Mega, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's just a problem.
And I mean, you can't have enough.
I think the drums and cylinders kind of solved that issue.
I think that was part of the downfall of the Vortex lines. They didn't have they had really great clips. Like their clip system was actually really awesome.
Yeah.
And I like the little belt that they had, kind of more than the bandolier that regular line had. But I feel like you could only buy the really small clips separately.
Yeah, like
and the big
you
one,
only
the
get
big
10
ones.
separately. 20 was 20. You could only get with the
20 was with the blaster.
There was something with
they're like
Firefly,
two blasters.
And then
right?
the drum.
Yeah,
Something that used Firefly tech.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And the
I don't.
drum.
Yeah.
but yeah, it's kind of silly.
Well, the Firefly clips, I think, were still 10. They just had the extra.
Oh god, earthquake, California.
That was awesome. They just had the extra for the batteries. I think they were still 10s. Maybe not. Maybe they were 20s.
I don't remember.
Look,
I just
what
remember
matters
there
is
were
it's dead. We don't have to worry about it anymore.
there were bigger ones,
Yeah.
and I actually was like, if you could buy these by
Now-
themselves, that'd be awesome.
Here's the real question.
Okay.
Because the last cylinder, like big cylinder blaster, was the Ravonics.
Yeah.
I know there was some gymnastics in there to get the thing to feed, but that thing sounded like you were grinding a car wreck. when
Yeah.
you primed it.
It was fun, but it felt like a break.
Will the Berserker sound the same?
Well, I think less stuff is moving in the Berserker, right?
Hopefully.
It's all just a front-facing barrel, so ideally speaking,
Have
it
you
just
been
puts...
inside? Have you been inside a Slingfire yet? There is extra stuff that just not to be in there. Nerf engineers are just showing off now. I feel like they just show. I feel like they're trying to one up themselves, and they're having a little internal contest that we don't know about. I'm like, that's a lot of gears. I mean, you really just this is one that you could go to. You need 7 gears.
More gears for something to go wrong with.
Yes.
Then you got to buy a new blaster.
Yep,
Then you
because
have to
you
buy
can't buy
new
the
blasters.
gears.
Planned obsolescence.
We need metal gears.
Metal Gears are solid.
Yes.
What else is going on this week? There's a game this week. Next week, technically. I guess.
Technically, yeah.
Yep.
We are hosting... How many games are we planning to have in... Are we going to have a separate game in... I'm getting ahead of myself right now.
Yeah.
We have a game coming up on Sunday. September 28th, 2014, for anyone listening in the future.
In the year 2000. No, okay.
That way you don't think like, oh, I'm going to go next week if you listen to this 2 years from now when we've all died of radiation poisoning from Godzilla attacks and kaijus. Yeah, it's going to be one of our last games of the season. I don't know if it's going to be the last game or not.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
We usually try to do something in October, like a Halloween game. We'll see what the weather's like and what our schedules are like, because we're already doing other stuff.
Hopefully, rain comes early. Not that I want to stop playing Nerf, but
We really
We need rain.
Yeah.
It's supposed to rain on Thursday, and I'm actually really excited about that.
rain.
Oh, we gotta put the Nerf stuff away.
Yep.
But yeah, that's what's going on.
The Big Shock range video.
So Random Shadow ordered a Big Shock from overseas. It has a gray trigger. It is presumably the Australian version. He did an unboxing that was rather lengthy, and then did a
But
separate.
informative.
It was very informative.
Might be longer
Don't
than
be
this
deterred.
podcast.
Don't be deterred. Just sit through it. You'll learn some stuff.
You will learn some stuff.
Learn today.
Yes.
Because
Knowledge is power.
He just did a range video.
Yes.
All right, now that I've translated, continue with what you were saying.
So he did a range video. Poopy ranges.
Yeah, it was not great.
What's Gray Trigger?
35 to 55 feet. It is Gray Trigger, but I don't
Gray
know
Trigger
what
is
the drop
off-season.
off is.
Yeah, but isn't Gray Trigger usually half of what we get?
I thought it was 2/3.
Something like that, 2/3, half. Either which way, I mean, we'll see more when
Well,
it comes
if
out.
it's half.
Also, the other thing is we don't know how legit the ones are that he was getting, right?
True.
You need to get them really early, and we've seen whenever you get like the first run of something that Nerf brings out, it tends to be junk.
Yep.
It's like that they don't test.
Well, I mean, if it's
Because
half, though.
people are saying that the Centurion now doesn't shred darts. Like new version Centurion did not shred darts.
My
They're
God.
they're not going to get
Just
me.
in
They're
time.
not going to get me again. They got me 3 times last year. They're not getting me again.
I'm just saying
The
that
Centurion XD.
the
Shoots blue darts.
Strife, when the first Strife came out, had
I have that. Sonic Ice.
the really small dart sensor, and then they made it bigger.
Yep.
So I mean, we've seen
Nerf
Nerf-
fixes stuff, but the problem is if it's well after the fact, and they aren't. It's hard, especially for Nerf, because for enthusiasts, we care about that stuff, but they can't, like, we had a press release. We made the Centurion not shred darts. All their investors be like, your stuff was shredding product? Are children going to get hurt? Oh, I'm not going to invest anymore. Like,
Yeah,
we care about performance and making sure that blasters work the way they're supposed to, but they're not going to release a big press release to let us know, so everyone who cares bought one, got disappointed, and isn't going to buy a second one.
True facts. True facts.
They're too busy losing the Lego.
What we've learned.
Oh, God bless Lego.
What we've learned, Nerf, is two things. One, test your products before they get out to us.
Funny, down here,
because we will make sure that other people don't buy them.
And push down 2 fingers.
And two,
now he just wants
you need a Nerf movie because the Lego movie has skyrocketed Lego to epic proportions.
Word.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah, you need a catchy song. You got a whole. I don't understand. You have an entire TV channel, The Hub, to promote Hasbro products. Not one show involves Nerf stuff.
And still no Nerf Jet.
Even if you
or
had
Nerf Transformers.
No. Wait.
Nerf My Little Pony.
I got that. We've already talked about this.
We have.
But why don't they have a Nerf game show? Like, remember when Nickelodeon had game shows for kids? Have one with Nerf blasters. Like, everything you do is with Nerf blasters. Really?
I feel like...
Did no one pitch this?
No,
Hasbro.
I thought it was a great idea.
Get on this, Hasbro. No one in your boardroom was like, why don't we just do like
we'll host it.
Cheap game show? Like, we can give away Nerf stuff as prizes.
Be
like, where in the world is Carmen San
Diego?
You win
a $200 trip down to Bermuda.
Oh, look at the grand prize was a lifetime supply of darts. I mean, you could do stupid. People don't care. Kids,
oh God,
kids don't care.
I won't host it. I'll compete. I need a lifetime supply of darts.
I mean, and then if you lose, you get like Encyclopedia Britannica on like a little tiny flash drive.
The Shrine of the Silver Strike.
I'm just saying. They could have Nerf stuff. You could have different competitions.
The Shrine of the Silver Modulus. You have to put it together.
See? There we go.
Kids will never figure it out.
Stuff could happen. You could advertise your new product, make it look really cool.
I wonder if Modulus was intending to capitalize on the Lego craze.
Possibly. I mean...
We know nothing about it still, so we don't know.
That is
if
real.
It's Modulus and you can't take anything off it, I'm going to be super...
So will everyone else.
Super offended.
I will buy one just to burn it at that point. I'll be like, no, this is wrong. I'm going to burn it, and you're going to go back and do it again.
It's like a freaking leftover Transformer name.
Modulus Prime.
We need a name for this blaster. What isn't the Transformer team using? Modulus. That'll work. What's it do? Oh, well, it doesn't... Does it come apart? No.
Is there a Transformer named Sidestrike?
Sideswipe.
Yes.
That's what I was saying.
There probably is one named
and
Sideswipe.
Sunstreaker.
Probably.
I mean, honestly...
Lamborghini.
Yeah, there's a lot of crossover.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But not any G.I. Joe crossover. 75th anniversary. Yeah, no, not one commemorative blaster.
You would
Wait,
think
what anniversary?
75th?
75th anniversary of G.I. Joe?
Not the real American Hero, the original, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say, I
think
thought
it's 75th.
I thought the action figures and everything came out in like the 60s.
70th.
Regardless, you think that by now we could have had just one Megatron Nerf blaster.
I know, right?
He transforms into a gun.
We kind of have a Scorponok one.
Could be 50th.
No.
We kind of do.
No.
50th, not 20th, not 75th.
Okay, I'll give you 50th. That makes sense.
It is 50th.
Using math.
I 100% believe you.
That'd be like 64.
No, I know, but 75th, I was like, wait a minute.
No.
That was a long time ago.
That's like Captain America status.
Yeah, 50th anniversary. But either way, we didn't get commemorative, and it's not like all the blasters from the TV show were like super realistic looking. I mean, or shot straight. It's like they shot Elite darts back then anyway. They couldn't hit anything.
Yep.
That is true.
I just want a Cobra Commander themed blaster, damn it. You can do this.
I'm just saying, you've got a lot of wiggle room for cross promotion, and you've got an entire TV show. You've used it to do. Oh, they did something else besides My Little Pony that they were bringing back.
Littlest Pet Shop.
Yeah, I feel like there was something else that they were also. There were like
Mighty
a bunch
Max?
of things. That would be awesome.
Wait,
Maybe
I think Mighty Max is
they
Mattel,
probably
yeah.
don't want to promote people pointing things at each other and shooting projectiles.
Right, but they don't have to have it against each other.
Yeah,
they could have targets.
You fight the Shadow Zombies.
They don't want anyone promoting anything with triggers.
Shadow Zombies.
But they still air G.I. Joe.
Yes.
And Transformers.
Yes. But they
The originals.
If you notice in G.I. Joe, when there was a trigger pull, they just put their hand in the thing and just pointed it. It was a magic stick. It was like Harry Potter with a buttstock. I know. It's horrible, Josh. I'm sorry.
I don't even know what.
Maybe that's why the Joes couldn't hurt the Cobra and vice versa. Their wands had beat each other at some point.
People died. People died in those shows.
No. People almost died in the movie.
In the movie, I was about to say, hold on.
They rewrote it. Duke didn't die.
What was with wait, hold on. You know what?
Oh, yeah.
I love Nerf, but we gotta stop. Why does Hasbro like killing off main characters?
I thought we were talking about the animated movie.
Hey, look it. The leader of this group, out. We don't want them no more. Leader of this group, out. We don't want Optimus Prime, dead.
See, here's the
Duke, gone.
The Transformers thing. Older Chris understands because they were trying to bring in a new replacement.
Yes.
G.I. Joe replaced the leader every other season because we started with Duke.
Yes.
And then it went to Flint,
Yep.
and then they brought in General Hawk, who was Duke's boss anyway.
Yes.
So they got a new leader pretty much every other season. So they didn't need to kill him because they already replaced him as the main guy for the action figure that year.
No, and then they brought both of them back.
It didn't matter because they never killed Duke. Technically, in the movie, Duke doesn't die.
I know.
Because they saw what happened. They saw all the scarring from Transformers, and they're like, "We're gonna rewrite this."
Yeah, but then they brought back Optimus Prime anyway, so it didn't matter.
They did.
God rest Optimus Prime's soul, because it will never die.
They did.
Yeah.
Divine intervention, please.
But regardless, I'm just saying, you could do this stuff. You could do
what stuff? We went on such a tangent. I don't know what
we're
we're talking about.
We're still talking about the hub and having a Nerf TV show.
Okay.
Like, why do you?
It's like,
or not even.
Going
you don't
with
even have to.
this?
You could have it like a Hasbro TV show that uses Nerf in part of it. One of the things could be Nerf related. Maybe a couple of them.
Yep.
In fact, actually, I remember what I was thinking of when I was like, what is with the Clue Nerf thing? I know this is way, way back, right? Like a year or two ago, they brought out a Clue Nerf, and basically you got like 4 different Jolts, different colors.
Yep.
And you had different cards to tell you who was going to try to tag who. Didn't come with iPro, but it did promote tagging each other with darts, so,
yes.
You know, there's that. But then at the very bottom, it was like, as seen on the hub. And I'm like, is there a Clue game on the hub?
It's probably a commercial.
Using
Nerf
Nerf?
TV show.
I don't think there is.
Why
It
don't?
was.
It could be like Video Game High School or whatever the kids watch nowadays.
It's possible, and if there is, awesome. Why don't you just start upgrading to better and bigger blasters instead of this? Why are you trying to sell one product, a Clue game, with an entire TV show, instead of selling an entire product line with the television
Okay,
show?
I'm going to pitch a TV show real quick, and tell me if you like it or not. There are a team of children in a post-apocalyptic future.
Ooh.
Where they're fighting shadow monsters.
Ooh.
And the shadow monsters act like zombies, and it's basically the kids from the Zombie Strike Line.
Isn't that the storyline to the Zombie Strike Line anyway?
Yeah, but I'm talking about like actually make an
And
animated
they're
TV
allergic to
series
fun.
about it.
Oh, an animated TV series. Oh, okay.
Yeah, not real life.
And they're
not real
allergic.
action
And they're
because
allergic to foam.
you can
And
go
then
with
basically
most
you
stuff.
have them use all the Nerf blasters. That would be cool.
Yeah, and you have some like Mumra character in the background, like I'm going to get you.
It'd be cool. I mean, honestly,
You
I'll
go
take
real
anything.
hokey with it. I mean,
Yeah.
I think if you go back to like some really old stuff, you could get like a kid show out of it.
I
I'm just
agree.
saying.
Or just make a game show.
Yeah.
Where you actually use the blasters, because then you can be like, hey, you could just do this at home.
Oh,
Or make
you know
it
why
like
you know why they
7
don't do it?
Hmm.
Too many takes. No one ever hit anything.
Yes.
Yeah, you just make
No,
stuff
it's
like really
propaganda.
close.
You make it look like shit is really accurate.
That's what you do. You employ Dude Perfect to host.
They could do that because clearly they have a contract with him. I was gonna segue into what's with Dude Perfect. Does anyone actually know?
He makes a lot
His
of money.
video is. Oh, wait, who is he?
Yeah, like so. I
Oh.
think Bazookified put this up, and I was like, yeah, I'm with
He's
you.
been around for a
Bazooka.
while.
Are you talking about the Thunderbow video?
Yeah.
One of his videos. He's had a thing with Nerf for like almost a year now, or half a year.
So where he came from, he was just a dude. He was like one of
He was a dude who was perfect.
Now he's a dude that
And
does all
everyone
kinds of
loved
trick shots with footballs and baseballs and all kinds of stuff like that. And
Right, what does that have to do with Nerf?
Well,
They saw
it
him
actually
do
makes
that.
sense. They saw his videos, and then we're like, oh, do this with our blasters.
Yeah.
So they just want to lie to people now.
Yes.
Okay. That's
Yes.
all I wanted to know.
It's not a lie.
Hasbro is just straight
There's
line.
no disclaimer how many takes it takes to do that.
No, they're straight line. So I've seen. So as soon as this is exactly what happened. Bazooka Fire was like, I didn't know who Dude Perfect was until he was in a Nerf commercial, and I was like, I didn't either. I have no idea who this
I've known
was.
about him for years.
So I went and watched his other videos where he's throwing basketballs off of buildings
Yep.
and making shots, and I'm like, I mean, that's kind of cool, but you can't do any of that with a Nerf blaster. In fact, I feel like everything with a Nerf blaster has got to be a lie. Like, how are you? It's not gonna in the wind. There's not.
Josh, it's magical.
So the way he does it with his sports stuff, they do like.
But how are they?
days.
But that's what I'm saying. Why is he popular with the what?
Yes.
8 to 12 crowd or whatever they're, you know what I mean? Their target demographic, why would they choose Dude Perfect, who seems like, okay, college kids?
It's probably a bunch
I
of
don't
both.
Probably college kid. He was super popular with college kids. Like he was
Right.
like,
That makes
he was
sense.
hot. Like I think it was 3 years ago,
Right.
4 years ago. Like
That also
super.
makes sense.
But I think college kids still watch his stuff. Like he was popular with.
But-
it.
But Josh,
But they're
young
promoting-
kids idealize college kids.
No, young kids idealize high school kids. High school kids idealize college.
Think about the
college kids.
Thunderbolt though. The
It's
Thunderbolt
close
feels
enough.
like it was made for older kids, if not.
Yeah,
college.
you're not giving that to a child.
It's like
I mean,
besides the show.
He's done other videos.
yes,
though,
but
right?
I'm like, but that's not the only thing he's done for Nerf. In fact,
No, I
that's
know.
just his latest video he's done.
Yeah, he did
and when I
the-
say
he did
him,
all
I
the
mean
Vortex
like his
stuff.
his team of people.
Look, what it breaks down to is
I remember it was
Hasbro
like just
wanted
then.
YouTube people to get into Nerf. So they're like, who's popular? This guy gets a lot of hits. Let's bring him in.
Well, I mean, it's trick shooting with Nerf guns. I don't see why that doesn't make like a natural.
No. I mean, the idea of trick shooting with Nerf is okay, I guess, but it just seems like a very weird promotion. Like, look at Nerf and Dude Perfect. Like, who? Like 5-year-olds are like, who is Dude? What is a Dude Perfect?
I think 5-year-olds know who Dude
I
Perfect
don't know.
is. They
I
spend a
think
lot of time
it
on
was
the
the market
internet.
to teenagers and older kids.
Even then, I feel like teenagers and older kids, like, really? You knew about him 3 years ago, or teenagers and older kids? Is he still YouTube hot?
Yeah.
With teenagers and older kids 3 years
Yeah.
later?
He's pretty YouTube hot.
Okay, I don't know. I'm asking a
There's a
legit
lot of stuff
question.
that's YouTube hot. I don't watch PewDiePie, but he makes millions of dollars.
No
on
idea what
profit.
you're talking
I
about.
learned about
Exactly.
him from my younger brother, who at the time was a teenager.
Right, so you never would have heard about it. Did you not have a connection to
No,
the
but
teenager
I
of
am not
3
the
years ago?
wrong.
We are the
I am the wrong
demographic.
person
We're
to
too
ask
old.
about YouTube. You know, I get all my YouTube from you.
So this.
Yes.
This is what I watch.
Oh wait, no.
I watch
he's
this and
also-
knife videos.
He's also on. So the other thing is, this is where it actually is weird. He is super popular in the sports world. He's been on Sports Science for ESPN a few times.
Right.
They've analyzed how he does his stuff.
Right.
So he is super popular in that world. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to go.
Well,
for
let's
the
think about this
that's
for
really my
like the
thing.
sporty outdoor crowd. What is there on YouTube to really watch?
Sports.
I mean, obviously, celebrity promotions make sense.
Right, I'm just saying,
But
like, why
I
would
think
you get
it's
a
also
celebrity?
more expensive to get like a Kaepernick out there than it would be to get this.
Also,
guy.
the thing is, I bet you he works cheap.
Right. I mean, I don't disagree that I'm sure he doesn't work. I'm just saying, what is the... I don't understand Nerf's marketing. Let me put it that way. Why
They
was it
just-
like, we
they
need
just picked a
someone,
YouTube
and they
celebrity.
just picked a random YouTube celebrity?
I think they tried to go somewhat with some sort of alignment with a sporty thing, because I can't think of a lot of athletes on YouTube. Honestly.
I don't watch enough YouTube to know.
Exactly.
And in fact, I don't know that kids are watching enough YouTube to know.
Oh, kids watch so much YouTube.
I mean, sure. I'm sure you would know.
They watch YouTube videos of Minecraft.
Right. Okay, then. So...
No, I'm just saying that children are into YouTube stuff, so they just picked a YouTube celebrity who kind of was in the sports field because there's not a lot to choose out there.
Or someone who saw his stuff and was like, hey, what can you do with our stuff? He made them test video on that. After that.
Give them
The
money.
Thunderbolt, I thought the Thunderbolt video was actually kind of fun.
What was in the Thunderbolt video? They just shot him.
Yeah, that's fun.
No, shooting the plates and the skeet shooting and all that stuff.
Oh, I didn't see that. The Thunderbolt video that I saw is just a bunch of kids shooting in the air, and they show a bunch of CGI darts falling on him. And I was like, I
Oh,
don't
so you didn't watch
understand.
the actual-
I'm like, I have no idea what this has to do with anything. This
Okay,
is so stupid.
I understand now why you're so pissed.
Yeah, I'm like, I
Okay,
mean,
so
that's
you haven't
cool.
watched the entire video.
I watched the old video that he did like a
So
year
then
ago
he
with
did
with the Centurion, and I was like, that's bullshit. That's
So
bullshit.
you haven't watched the you haven't watched the whole video.
That was the whole
they do
video.
like, they do like skeet
It was the
shooting.
commercial.
Oh,
That was on the television.
So there's an
I know you don't have
The
one. No, wait, I
television.
don't have one. What the hell am I talking about?
There's an actual video on his channel of him doing like trick shots, skeet shooting, and stuff like that with the Nerf plates. There's jet skis involved.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
That's why I can
I'm
see.
like, I
now,
don't-
no, I have clarity why you're mad. If it was just him,
Like, it wasn't even.
Oh,
Like, you don't
you'd be
understand.
like,
There were
why didn't they get
CGI
ego
darts.
Okay, so we went ahead and showed Josh the Dude Perfect video at the lake house. Josh, what do you think?
No, that made so when they talked me into it, I was like, oh, that kind of makes some more sense. A little bit. It makes even less sense now. That was actually horrible.
that's supposed to make sense to Josh.
Nerf, this is what's wrong with your marketing. This is why you are losing money. Hasbro, you need to figure something out. If this is the best you've got, you need to figure something out.
Fast forward a year, Nerf takes the number 2 spot back, or has picked
No,
up 2 spot back.
Hasbro will, because they're bringing out a 5th season of My Little
And they
Pony.
say it's because of boys' toys, and thanks to Dude Perfect, Josh's head explodes. Podcast is over.
No,
That's 2015.
I'm like,
everybody.
I don't understand how this is market. This is like, no, yeah, kids want to watch this hairy old guy who couldn't figure out college and was just like, I'm just gonna do this.
The old bottle on the head trick.
I was like, no, that's a sugar bottle. You don't. But I mean, like nothing. I'm sure I've seen. Like I said, I looked him up the first video that they did. The first thing that they did when they were like, let's swim under the water and pop out with the Centurion and hit this shot that is virtually impossible with an actual Centurion. And I was like, okay, cool. I thought it was a one-time thing. That's what I don't understand. If they did one thing and they were like, cool, we did some trick shots, awesome. The fact that they have continued doing this, like, why is this?
It's every
I don't understand.
Wait till they get a hold of the Berserker.
No, I just don't understand what the appeal is. In fact, all of those shots were fairly not that great.
But the jet ski shots were pretty decent.
Yeah, some of them were all right, but I'm like, a lot of them like looked really cool, and then if you see it from another angle, you're like, that's like 2 feet.
Yes.
And I mean, it's cool for kids, and I mean, like props to Dude Perfect for being able to make money doing it.
Yes.
Nothing again, and his other stuff is actually really impressive when he's like chucking basketballs
off the roof.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's proving that Nerf as a sport will never happen because you have to do it within 3 feet.
Yep.
And I'm just like,
all Nerf has to happen within 5 feet.
But then the ones that are on TV have CGI darts.
Yeah.
It still doesn't make sense. And then his video is just like, and then now we're gonna do this other thing that has nothing to do with Nerf. I'm like,
yeah, I think what they did with him was they
were just like, you get a lot of views. Can you please use Nerf stuff
make a Nerf
so that we get views?
Make a Nerf video.
Yep.
Right. That's all it is. Make a Nerf video. You're kind of famous, and I mean, for what he does, that he's the most famous trick person.
No, I get it. I understand how they could have done it the first couple of times. The fact that they have commercials on TV is what still doesn't make sense to me.
That doesn't make sense.
Being like, hey, can you use our products in your videos so that your viewers can see this? Cool, understand it.
I don't think a Dude Perfect ad during Law and Order is going to work.
Right.
Yeah.
When I saw it, and I'm like, this is on television.
But
And the Dude Perfect crew comes out wearing, like, green Dude Perfect shirts. And all that happens are a bunch of kids with freaking... with thunderbows, there's like, and then you see CGI darts falling from the sky, even though the darts actually tumble out of some of the barrels, by the way. If you actually watch the commercials, like, boop.
To be fair,
And then Dude Perfect's like,
Nerf
Dude Perfect.
commercials suck anyway.
And I was like, is this a commercial for Nerf or Dude Perfect? I don't know what's going on.
Both.
Nerf commercials kind of suck anyway. So
No, their Zombie Shark commercials are awesome. Screw that. They are in theaters. That's how awesome they are. They're actually only okay. But I mean, still.
Yeah.
They're more awesome than that.
The Rapid Strike commercial looked like I filmed it here. It was like, hey kids, let's play with this Rapid Strike.
Yeah, no, but I mean, Nerf commercials are hit or miss.
In my backyard, I got the Rapid Strike.
I'm just saying, usually they have kids wearing like black in like a warehouse, jumping over boxes, shooting each other.
Yeah,
that's a stereotypical Nerf commercial.
But now
sometimes
older Caucasian men jumping off of water skis, shooting at cups.
No one jumped off a water ski. They were just on a water ski.
Yeah, one of them backflipped off a water ski.
And didn't shoot anything. He just did a back.
Yeah, he just did it. I'm like, he didn't shoot.
Ski.
Either way,
that's a whole different video.
Point is, they now have.
But then their Zombie Strike line, right? They were like, "Cool, we're gonna have kids, and we're gonna show shadows of zombies." And
maybe kids don't want to be marketed by kids. Maybe kids want to be marketed by old white guys.
I mean, I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess like you said, we'll have to see how
that could be
that comes out or not.
Mm-hmm.
The Rebel line could do some better marketing as well.
What marketing exists for the Rebel line?
They had a couple of commercials. Remember?
Did they? Were they like women?
We literally talked about this like when the Rebel line came out.
We did.
And you were like, they're commercials. We wanted to see them fight like boys with the commercials and stuff.
Yeah, we did.
We had like conversations.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there was like an hour-and-a-half episode.
I think the shirts make you lose your memory.
It's taking over.
Like the owner of the Charlotte Hornets.
Anyway,
my memory is getting so bad for.
I guess I still don't get it. I understand to a degree like how the trick shot thing was cool. If it was just a video of them doing trick shots and saying like how awesome these blasters were because you could do trick shots with them, even though most of it is lies and it was like 50 million takes. Cool, I understand it. Nerf. I mean, they say 90 feet on their packages. I understand. Hasbro lies. We get it. Everybody lies, House. Everybody lies.
Yep.
You're right though. You can tell the ones that took a long time.
Yeah, you could because they were really excited. They were like, yes, we did it. We can stop recording this.
I'd like to believe at the end of the day, some of the shots that were like 3 feet away, they started off originally like 20 feet away.
Probably.
We're gonna get
and then it's
Probably.
like, dude, we're losing daylight. The sun's going to go down
Probably.
in an hour. Just get right next to it. We'll like angle it so it looks further away.
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, it's like playing a Nerf game and getting excited because you hit that one weird rando. You know,
yeah.
Like it worked that one time. I actually the stuff I enjoyed the most was when he was in the Vortex stuff.
That was really cool. I remember that video.
I'm like, this is exactly how Vortex should have been marketed from the beginning.
Yes, that was really cool.
In a similar format. Like if they would have marketed it as our trick shooting, like weird like thing, they may have done better than
treat it as a competitor to what was it called? Kerplunk?
Something like that. Just
the ball in the cup game.
I thought that concept, like shooting.
Kerplunk is you have all the straws.
Trick shooting with Nerf doesn't excite me. Trick shooting with the disc, I thought was cool because you can really we bounce these off things like, oh yeah, I can see how that could happen.
Right, that's because most of the regular Nerf dart stuff is not a trick shot.
Right.
It's just a shot.
But the that stuff was cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't understand. Like, my thing was, is he a big enough star for kids? Their target demographic. Because you guys keep saying Thunderbolt, but I'm like, no, he uses regular stuff too. Their target demographic, right, is like what? I mean, 7 to 10 or 7 to 12 or something. You know what I mean? Even if you go to 14, like the younger kids, do they get like this is a guy who's obviously out of college, like the beer. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he's been out of college for a while. I think he's been doing this like 10 years.
Yeah. Right. I was like, how much is that resonating with kids of their target demographic?
He probably worked for cheap, and they. I mean,
That's
a lot of
true.
marketing is people sitting in a room just being like, "What do you think will work?" And then
work for cheap.
Oh no, I'm not saying It's
like,
get
hey,
on them and
you
try.
do this now, we'll pay you for it, right?
Right.
You get a bunch of actors, kids, a studio. That may get expensive. It's like they're third partying it out.
Yeah. No. I mean,
and, hopefully it comes out with a cool commercial. Which, like I said, you take pieces of it.
Yeah. No, pieces of it were cool.
Pieces of it.
The commercial I saw
cool.
was not.
The jet ski stuff was cool.
It was not.
Like I said, I like the Vortex stuff. I thought all the Vortex stuff.
It's like, here's what I feel.
I want to do that now.
I feel like this is what happened with the commercial, right? They were like, so we gave Dude Perfect this stuff, but his videos are like a couple minutes.
Yeah.
And we don't really want to break him up into a bunch of stuff, and sometimes he says things that, we might not want to put on television.
Right.
So let's just have a 30-second commercial that is really horrible, but then says, like, go to dudeperfect.com to see more.
Yep. That's a redirect.
So they're like, listen, all we're doing is having a commercial that's a placeholder for a longer commercial.
Get that conversion metric.
That actually, now looking back at that is actually genius. Like, it's stupid, but it's genius. Like, we don't want to pay for a 2-minute commercial.
I don't know what his page hits are, but I know they're
I'm sure.
there.
I'm sure.
But anyways,
but
that was an unexpected topic. That was awesome.
Yeah, I
job,
remember Bazooka Five mentioning it.
Good job, cop guy.
Cop guy.
Cop guy.
Cop glasses.
Ooh, you could be X-Cop.
I could be X-Cop.
Just only keep the
You
mustache.
could be an X-Cop. Yeah. What mustache?
Or Burt Macklin.
Yes.
FBI.
FBI.
Oh, that was a surprisingly exciting podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching Josh get angry is super fun.
It is the best thing we can do on the podcast.
It is.
Yeah, they were going to record the reaction video, but
yeah,
there was too much.
Too
Can we
much
just make a new
expletives.
series like that? Josh reacts to.
Beep, 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 beep. Oh, that could be a new series.
Yep.
Josh reacts. Oh, yes.
They don't see me animated as much on the podcast. But, like, the camera went off.
Amazing.
I was like,
He was yelling and cursing. We're like, oh, we can't use this.
There's a bear.
I was like, what's with the bear? They're like,
dude.
I was like, what does the bear do? They're like, nothing, just a bear. I'm like, wah!
Rando bear on a jet ski. But to be fair, being on a bear suit on a jet ski might be a little.
That's a task.
I was like,
into the water. You're gonna.
But he's on a sailboat. That's the even better part.
I was like, does the bear come out and attack him? Do they like get into a bear? Is it like it's like Peter Griffin and the chicken?
Yes.
No, it's just a bear.
YouTube money paid for that entire house he lives in.
Oh no, I know. And then he could come to the Bay Area and not be able to live here.
Yes,
he could not be able to afford my
Florida's
apartment.
awesome.
Like, my apartment would be like, ooh, this is a sketch. I don't know if I can make it every month with the YouTube money.
Yes. Ooh, you know what the other part is? They do that in hot Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, that's got to make the filming worse. And maybe the darts fly better in humidity.
Possible.
They're heavier.
They absorb some of the
maybe
moisture.
They just fly
it gets
better.
a nice seal.
Like maybe they fly. Maybe our air is just too normal here. I feel like that would take us all day, like weeks, just to do some some weird stuff. But maybe by next year we'll have some 240 FPS and be able to do that. Wondering what the slow-mo rate is. I wonder if it's 120 or 240.
Ooh,
that slow-mo rate they use in the video. That was really
probably
slow.
240.
Could be.
Really high in camera. That is not a phone. So
yeah, maybe.
Wouldn't surprise me. I don't know. Zero knowledge about what he uses.
Okay, wrap up time, guys. What we got?
Rippity wrap it up.
I got nothing.
I mean, that was basically it.
I am literally going to go to Costco and try to find some rough cuts. That's my entire life.
God bless you, sir.
Because I want a green one.
Yeah.
I feel like I wanted something Nerf related, but I can't remember what it is now.
Tactical shotgun.
Tactical shotgun.
Oh, dude!
Holsters.
Internet! What's up with all the tactical rough cuts? They look cool. I'm just saying, wow, there's a lot of them. It became like a thing, like, all of a sudden.
Yeah, remember when underbarreling was a thing?
Yep. The B.F.
I feel like I killed it. I feel like underbarreling was awesome, and then we did the one big one, and then everybody stopped like this idiot.
They knew they couldn't top it.
No, they were
always
like,
gotta,
they're like, one guy There's the line, the habitual line crosser from freaking Barry and Nerf. He's got to jump over that thing, piss on the line.
So what we're hearing is you need to make a new tactical shotgun so we can move on to the next thing.
I want to say that I can mod stuff, but I haven't modded something in so long. Like, my hands don't even got the
you know what was bad?
Now I just outsource.
So I started a bunch of different projects right before the last game, and I finished none of them. And I brought I have 8 Alpha Troopers that I have just laying around the house. Brought them to work so all my coworkers could have an Alpha Trooper to mess around with, so they're all shooting each other and having fun. That was awesome. Show up to the game and I'm like, have no Alpha Troopers. Both my stripes are gutted open, and I don't have any battery packs ready for them.
What'd you play with?
That's what I'm getting to. My hammer shots I left in my bag at my house, and I didn't want to run back for them. So I show up, I'm like, I don't have anything but my Sky Rippers.
So you picked the one game that I don't go to in 2 years to not bring anything.
Yes. No, but Mitchell gave me his Rapid Strike to use. And this is the fun part. So, yes. So he says I can use it. It's like, nah, it's okay. I'll just moderate it first. And finally, let's play a game so Shawn can play. I'm like, yeah, Mitchell, give me your Rapid Strike. Get my 8 magazine loadout ready and just go to town. No, it was worse. So I loaded up, run in. We're doing King of the Hill. I start revving it, fire 2 shots. I'm like, okay, release the rev. Still going. Flywheels are still running. So I'm like sitting there mashing it, trying to get to stop. Like nothing hit the trigger. It's firing out. Then it just starts firing out darts on its own. I'm not even pressing the trigger at this point. So after the first magazine, I'm running back. Everyone's like, turn it off. I'm like, I can't. It's like, we'll get a screwdriver. I'm like, no. I want to play some Nerf, so we're going to make this happen. So what I do is, right as I get on top of the point...
Did you tell Mitchell?
Yeah, he knew.
Okay. I was like, he was just running around.
He's like, if Mitchell's you're cool with it, he's like, yeah, just keep going then. So what I do is I keep it empty. Like, I unload the magazine, and as soon as I get close to the point, I'm like, okay, let's rock and roll. Load in the mag and just fire on everything. Like... Hit the mag release, drop it, just load in the next mag, and just keep firing through mags until I get out.
Make this sound exciting, but it sounds horrible.
Oh. It was very chaotic, because basically it's run-in. You have 30 seconds to either get something done or die. So I'm just running in like, action, man, action!
That is hilarious.
And then I ran out, and then we dismantled it. And then Milligan like, well, I got nothing left but my 6 Sky Rippers.
You are a special man.
So I used my Sky Rippers, and...
Did it hit?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
I actually was a credit to team. So one time I flanked around and got someone from behind. Snuck up like 2 feet behind them. So it's like, dang.
Terrible.
But I was out of ammo, and we play other games where you can't pick up ammo if you're dead. So I had to be alive. But we're playing King of the Hill, so all my ammo is on top of the point where everything else is. So I can't get to it. So at one point, I'm running around, sling back, no dart. Just like this, creeping around, acting all sneaky, and people are watching me. It's like, it's hilarious because he's so threatening, but I know he can't do anything to hurt us.
You in the face.
No, so they're just watching me. Like, Ryan was 10 feet away from me, just like, I'm not even going to bother to shoot you. We're on the opposite team. I'm not going to bother.
Awesome. There's literally no way you can tag him. So, yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
You were literally not a threat.
There's no threat.
Because we don't have any rules where it's like, oh, I can walk up and tag you and say that you're out. And barrel tap you. Like, cool.
So at this moment, like, if anyone's seen Guardians of the Galaxy, we're like, what are you doing? He's like, it's a distraction, you idiot. The rest of my team runs in and tags out everyone on the point. We just rush in after that. And I'm like, there we go. I did my job.
Awesome.
I have determined that I'm better at Nerf when I have no ammo. All my best stories are when I'm out of ammo and I just sit there and taunt people.
Oh, that's sweet.
Do you have everything fixed for this weekend?
No, I do not.
I don't have anything.
I have my hammer shots, so I will just roll with a big dart pouch and run hammer shots if I have to. I'm hoping to have some free time before I have to. I'm moving to a new place, so that's been eating up some of my time. So I'm hoping that I can go with my Dremel, get my batteries to fit in there, solder my batteries so they actually can get charged. So I'll have 2 stripes with some good motors and go batteries. It's not going to happen, but I like the dream. I like it. Mitchell, come over to my house sometime this week.
Don't
I'm just going to ask you on here.
Make him do it himself. Make him pay you.
He walked me through how to do it all. But yeah, we have another game coming up 28th. We already talked about it a little bit earlier. We had a Humans vs. Zombie event scheduled for next month. That's getting pushed back to November 1st now. So it's going to be the day after Halloween. Anyone here in the Bay Area who listens to this podcast and wants to show up, it's going to be, once again, November 1st, Foothill Community College. It is going to be free admission. You got to show up with your own blaster and your own darts. We do have a dart rental system like we do at our normal games. $5 for some ammo. Very limited supply, so it is not unlimited ammo.
It's not like our normal games.
You will be getting a very small amount, so we highly advise you to bring your own darts, mark your darts so you get them back at the end of the day, or don't, because anything that's not marked, we're just sweep up and take. So I'm cool with coming up with a bunch of darts. If you want to hold on to your stuff, mark it.
Yep.
There's going to be a costume event, too. It's going to be a robots versus aliens theme. So if you want to show up in costume, you got a Halloween costume, whatever, show up, play. It'll be great. It's for a great cause. It's for the Gay Straight Alliance there. So it's, you know, making sure people don't get beat up.
Exactly.
So very fun. We're looking forward to hosting it. Other than that, I think, yeah, there's a couple other HVZ events next month on the 11th. SFSU is doing one. Apparently there's one in Australia going on.
Yeah.
Done by, what was it, Z-Town?
I think it's Z-Town, yeah.
Yeah, Z-Town.
Sounds familiar. There's a TAC Ops HVZ game as well.
On the 11th?
I don't think it's on the 11th, but I think it's sometime next month, but I'm not certain. I'd have to double check on the calendar.
Go to BayAreaNerf.com. We got a calendar. As always, rate, comment, subscribe. If you have any notes you'd like to give us, what do you think about Dude Perfect doing Nerf promotions? Do you think it's cool? Do you think it's stupid? What kind of if you could, how about this question for you guys out there? Feel free to answer. If you would like to see any variation on a normal HVZ event, for example, we're doing a costume one where instead it's robots versus aliens.
Mm-hmm.
If you could switch up any fundamental aspect of HVZ to make it a little bit more to your fitting or something you think would be cool, how would you change it up? That is my question to you guys. Feel free to give an answer to us in the comments for this video. On our blog, we have a giant blue button that says submit on the top. This is not a command. We're actually asking you to send over information to us. Although we should put a button on there that just says obey.
Obey. Click the button.
And put Princess Celestia up there. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it. So from everyone here at Nerfcast, this is Shawn.
This is Josh.
And me.
Happy
tagging.
Do, do, do.